These statues are staring at me! Stop it! Stop staring at me! Why you gotta do this? I am Game Guy. It's time for more Let's Play Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. Except it's not ages, it's seasons. It was a matter of time before I screwed up the intro on one of these. So, there you go, in case you wanted to know when that was gonna happen. Finally, we have arrived at this junction in time. So this is Unicorn's Cave, not to be confused with Uniform's Cave, which is what I almost said. Just so we're clear. I know I have the heart ring unequipped, and I have like the green joy ring. That's cool and all. I think I'm gonna keep the heart ring off, because honestly, that's gonna make things a bit easy. Let's be real here. So, whoopsie doodle, fall into a hole. I suppose if I really wanted to be super cool, I can go ahead and do a Pegasus Seed jump here. Let's see if I can do it. I did do it. I'm the best, which is why I immediately ruined it by jumping off a cliff. On purpose, obviously. Look, I just wanna open this chest. I wanna get this compass. It's all I want, all right? It's all I want. Look at all of these chests. I can't believe there would be chests in this area of the woods. I simply cannot believe such a thing. There's a key over there. That's what I want. Well, no, I mean, it's not quite what I want. I mean, it is what I want, but I can't quite get to it is more what my issue is. Also, I thought Dancing Dragon was the one with the water. It seems like there's more water to be had in this neck of the woods. There's pots up here, though. Pots are cool. They might have stuff in them, like hearts that I need. I do need them sometimes. That's a thing that I need, you know, because when you just start dying, you gotta start looking for hearts, man. This is how it works in this day and age. Skeletons exist inside your body. Look out. They might be where you don't expect. Yes, well, now that that factoid is out of the way, I need to figure out where it is I am intended to be going. There's various pathways I can take along this realmscape. Gotta watch out, this thing dropping fire is a bit sneaky. It's a little bit sneakier than some others. I mean, even in our 2D sections, we got multiple places we can go, because I can go down if I want. All I have to do is blow up the floor. Unfortunately, I didn't do that, so we're gonna have to figure out what's down there later. I'm just kind of wandering around and exploring a little bit. Watch out for these little guys here. If you get hit by them, I think they make it so you can't use your sword? Or maybe you can't use your items. I'm actually not sure if it's one or both, because it could be both, all things considered. Either way, they're mildly dangerous. Yo, I went all the way to the map. I can't wait to see that map. That is a horse with a deformity. Can't believe it. That's not a wall I can break with a bomb, so I'm gonna have to go elsewhere. Elsewhere is this way, turns out. What is here? What might be here? This way. I believe it is referred to as pea-hats. Ah, disgusting. Well, I needed a key, so I'm really glad I decided to go this way, actually. I'm filled with all of the gladness in the world. That's just how it goes. You know, I'm filled with never-ending joy. That's my current state of being, I guess. I don't know, it's a thing. I should probably head downward. Down is good, sometimes, if you want, maybe. I don't know. There's bound to be something down here. Ah, this room, I remember this room. It's one of the rooms where I'd advocate using a shield, because these guys are gonna start spitting fire at you or whatever. You gotta be careful around these parts. There's not a whole lot you can do when you're stuck on these platforms. Thankfully, they didn't shoot at me when I was even remotely close to aligned with them. So, you know, so the puzzle here is that when you finally are capable of moving one statue, the other moves, but in the opposite way. Hey, yeah, I just moved this back up. All right. Yo, I got it. I got the puzzle good. I should probably equip a sword. Let's keep that shield out, because you know what? Link has a shield in his sprite when you have a shield, and that's cool, I guess. It's a little bit tragic that the shield just doesn't get a whole lot of use. It just kind of exists as a thing. Anyway, if you're wondering why I ignored that path earlier, going straight up, this is why, because it just leads here. I knew it was a dead end. Maybe I should have said something at the time, but it didn't occur to me until just now that I never said anything about that situation. It's fine though, because again, there was no point going that way. Mini Moldorm, I need you to cease living, all right? That's what I truly desire in this day and age. All right. Mr. Owl, what do you gotta say? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's not words, Mr. Owl. Recall the order you slay the knights in. Well, I mean, if you say so. Ah, yes, this puzzle. So, in this particular case, you gotta be very careful about which ones you activate and when. Because, see, the trick here is the game is keeping track of the order in which you kill these guys. So, you gotta be particularly careful, which is why it's probably best if you just activate them one at a time. Cause, you know, that just allows you to keep track easier. And then you gotta make sure you open the treasure chests in the correct order. Yo, more bombs? Wow. Ember seeds, that's rad. Also, a key. That's probably important, maybe. I don't know. Just putting it out there might be important. Possibly. Yeah, that's what I needed to find was a key. Can I get any hearts from these pots? Any hearts from the pottery today? That's what I'm looking for. I'm kind of wondering now if I didn't maybe skip out on something earlier in the dungeon, because I'm feeling like I might have possibly done. Maybe. I don't know. These freaking blocks come back, by the way, in case you were wondering. It's just a thing you gotta deal with, is more blocks to exist. They surely couldn't have been the kind of block that just disappears forever and you don't have to worry about it anymore, but it's fine. Whoopsie doodle. I have been hit, so... Okay, I can use my items, I couldn't use my sword, maybe? It wasn't letting me use the sword. That's why they was making the noise, in case you were wondering. Get out of here, P-Hat. Nobody invited you to this unicorn cave. Certainly not me. All right. What do we have here other than bats? I don't know. Some crazy stuff. There's a pressure switch. There's some bats. Bats and switches. Can't deal with that. However, I did get myself some magnetic gloves. Their magnetic might attracts and repels. Press the button to reverse polarity. This is a rad item. Like, in Oracle of Ages, the rad item to me was the switch hook. The rad item in Oracle of Seasons is the magnetic glove. It has the power of magnetism. You see how it has an N on it and my glove has an N on it? Now I can repel. Now I can attract. Now I can repel and attract and repel at any time. The only thing that's kind of a nuisance is the high-pitched noise that comes with this, but you know what? It's a small price to pay, I think, for a neat item. And this item actually made it into an Oracle, not an Oracle, well, I mean, it is in an Oracle game. I meant to say it made it into a Four Swords game, unlike the switch hook. They just keep bringing that dumb hook shot and grappling hook back. Who even needs those stupid trinkets? Not me, that's for sure. Don't fall in those pipes, by the way. It's bad, probably. It's a probable bad thing. All right, so I want to see real quick. This is what I was thinking of, is I didn't go other directions with minecarts. You see, I kind of ended up going in the correct direction the first time, so I didn't get to see what lied in wait in other areas. I suppose it's for the best in a way. There's a key here. If I'd gotten this key, I wouldn't have had to go and get that other key, so that's cool. You know, I could have saved myself just a smidgen of time. Just a smidgen, you know, just a regular old smidgen. So I probably want that to switch back forever. And I want to see what's on the other minecart. That's what I want to see. What is over here in this direction? Well, okay, see, it's probably for the best, but you know. So, Helmosaurs are wearing helmets, right? Not anymore. Link just absorbs the helmet through the power of magnetism. This is an odd mechanic. These things spin. Also, I pressed the button twice on accident. It's great. So if I hold on to this, it's gonna go and spin me around. And then you gotta make sure you're quick about release and go again. It's a thing that occurs. It's a weird mechanic, especially when they start getting a little bit wonky with its application, because if you let go of the button too long, you're just gonna fall in the hole. So you gotta be a little bit careful with that. Just a little bit careful, all right? Don't want to get too hasty with your magnetism. It's one of those things you gotta be aware of, all right? You can't just be crazy. You just can't be crazy. You gotta be normal, sir. Magnets also pull and attract Armos Knights, which is hilarious. Well, I don't know if these are Armos as much as they are the other thing. You know, the other thing. Actually, it's a pretty good thing I ended up over here, because I can manipulate this iron ball. It allows me to have that door be open, I guess. I don't know if there's any reason to do that from here, because I think that ball resets. It does not. All right, well, I guess that's done. I mean, I made the ball spawn. That's kind of the most important thing in this situation, because otherwise I would be in trouble, maybe? I don't know. Is there anything back this way? I do, in fact, know that the answer is yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure this gets done now. You see, there might have been a few of you that noticed this inconspicuous little tile on the floor here. What could it mean? I think it means there's an S over here. Finally, we've discovered the meaning of the S that keeps showing up in various places. Finally. Yeah, I figured this was a key. I mean, I knew this was a key, because, you know, there was the tone that we heard earlier. This mini Moldorm being all kinds of crazy. That slime over there just demolished himself. I can't believe he would do such a thing. I don't remember if there was anything else that I might want to partake in this realm of the woods. Like, I know there's this iron ball blocking the way over here, but I don't think there's anything to it other than, like, a shortcut. Probably. I don't think so. I don't think so. I do not think that. So I guess I should probably head back to Minecart Country. Mini Moldorm, you're gonna have to stop doing that because quite frankly, it's rude. I was not asking you to just nudge me off the ledge today. Maybe some other day. Probably not though, but certainly not today. Right? You gotta get your, you gotta get yourself to be a little bit less spontaneous, I think, all right? Just settle down. You're gonna jump at me? Cool. All right. We got some real good enemy AI today. That's what I'm talking about. All right, well, I know this is a key, so I might as well go ahead and snag that real quick. Did I get everything? Well, there are no chests left, so I'm going to assume yes. Actually, that's weird. Hold on, because I don't have the boss key yet, do I? I do not believe I do. Where's the boss key show up? Was that on this screen? Yeah, it was. All right, well. Boss key might be another one of those that just falls from somewhere. Also, this boss exists. This is just the tiger that turns into a ball sometimes. It's very aggressive when it turns into a ball. You gotta watch out. Its weakness is its tail. It also does this thing where it tries to home in on you a little bit. But you know, he's not too difficult. It's just a matter of pay attention to his movements. He has a very predictable pattern to a lot of them, and you know, it's just, you're probably only gonna get to hit him once every time he uncoils. But that's fine. He goes down relatively quickly, so everything is good. We finally made it to the latter half. That's where I wanna be. So there's this locked door over here. This leads us up here. This is where we were before. Okay, I remember this. All right, so that looks real dangerous. I'm gonna go ahead and ignore that for a moment. As it turns out, I want to go elsewhere first. Where is this leading me to? I think this might be leading to the boss? Maybe? Nice switch over here. I remember a few times when I was running around in this room trying to get a way to push a pot onto that switch, only for it to turn out to be not a pressure switch, but in fact just a switch you step on and it's done. These enemies are kind of annoying, actually. You are intended to hold this thing and pull them closer so you can slash them with your sword. They're a little bit cumbersome, honestly. You can just kind of trap them in a corner. They try to run away from you, but like anytime they shoot stuff at you, they stop. So it's kind of a thing. I don't know. They're just weird. I'm not a big fan, truth be told, because you gotta have them get real close if you want to actually hit them. Also, make note of the fact that if you swing your sword, it does not switch the polarity of the thing. Just, you know, minor little nuance to this. I gotta move that iron ball there, because that's how I'm gonna get past the fire and the flames, turns out. I want my feather. I want that feather. The feather's what I want. Yeah. All right. So, let me go back. Back to this way. I think, actually, this lock leads to the boss, if I'm remembering right. So I don't want to go that way yet, question mark? We'll find out if I'm right or wrong here in a pretty good second. This iron ball is useful for blocking the flames, so, you know, in case that's what you're into, not dying or whatever, might be worth your while. Ah, that's right, I remember this. So the boss key isn't in a chest because it's down here. Ah, yes. Down here is where I want to be. Hello, boss key. How are you? I got myself a boss key. All right. Time to make my way out of here. You gotta watch out for these conveyor belts because they're rude and will try to dump you into spikes. Nobody likes spikes, turns out. You probably shouldn't touch those. Maybe. Just maybe. Might be in your best interest, I think. Anyway, now we can go to the boss. Finally, after all this time, the boss is soon within our grasp. I'm really glad this works pretty well. Like, the hitbox on the iron ball repelling the flames is actually fairly generous, so, you know, it's a good thing to make use of, I guess. What is down here? More shenanigans. I should probably switch to a feather because we're just gonna kind of be straight platforming at this point. Kinda. It's kinda platforming-ish. Kinda platforming-ish, you know? It's just one of those things. Gotta watch out for the Sparky. I mean, if they're in your way, you have a boomerang, right? I would hope you have a boomerang. If you lack a boomerang, you might want to get yourself a boomerang at some point, methinks. Might be a good idea. Can I go this way without getting harmed? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, me bob. It's Dig Dogger, I think? I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. Anyway, this boss features giant iron ball. Gotta watch out, because the ball will in fact hurt you, so you gotta be careful. But obviously the goal here, hit this guy with the ball if at all possible. Then he splits into smaller dudes, which you need to crush with said iron ball as well. Which in some cases is easier said than done. So you gotta be a little bit careful. I think he does give you progressively more time as the fight goes on to hit his small little tiny friends. Or something to that effect, but you know. Basically you just kind of want to make sure it is in a constant state of moving. Because, you know, that way it should be relatively easy to destroy your foes. He's not too bad, but you can take a beating here, so you gotta be a little bit careful. Yo, I got the nurturing warmth. I sure did it. Balmy days build strong saplings with their nurturing warmth. Yeah, it's a fire. It's burning my hands. It's not as bad as holding molten lava in an iron pot, but you know what? This is pretty not great. Sup, Leaves? How you doing? Aw, G-Guy, nurturing warmth has brought me strength. I saw a dream of G-Guy inside vast ruins. Perhaps an essence is hidden in some. I don't know, maybe. I mean, just maybe, I don't know anything about that. I don't. Anyway, next time we're actually gonna be in Oracle of Ages, in case you were worried. So I'll see you later, and goodbye.